Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is currently rated a 98 overall on NBA 2K25. To go along with it, he has a ton of badges that make him a well-rounded two-way player. So I set out to create the newly crowned MVP's build, and I knew it wasn't going to be easy. So first things first, Shai is 6'6" with a 7-foot wingspan. And to go along with that, he has a 97 mid-range rating. But the problem with the builder is, at 6'6" with a 7-foot wingspan, I can only get a 91 mid-range, which isn't even close. So I started tinkering with the wingspan a little bit to try to find a balance of the really high mid-range, but still having long arms. And I felt the 6'9" wingspan gave me the perfect threshold. 96 mid-range rating, which allows me to unlock Hall of Fame shooting badges, but still having decently long arms to not only look like Shai, but to help us play like Shai. But to go along with his long arms and elite mid-range game, he was the best isolation player in the NBA this season, averaging 1.1 points per possession on isolations. So on 2K to ISO, we're going to need to beat our man. 86 speed with ball. This unlocks the SGA dribble style at 84 speed with ball, but we go 2 higher to unlock gold lightning launch and then use our badge max +1 to put it to half lightning launch, which is going to allow us to be flying all over the court on this 6'6" build. But to go along with it, we're going to go 92 ball handle to unlock gold unpluckable, gold handles for days, and silver ankle assassin to help us in those ISOs. Now on the roster, he has an 82 3-point rating, but if you know how the builder operates, by going +1 and getting it to an 83 3-pointer, we unlock bronze limitless range, which is exactly what we're going to do. Now SGA is not known as a 3-point shooter, but he's actually been really reliable this season, shooting 38% on just under 6 attempts. So I think 83 3-point rating with the Hall of Fame shooting badges from our mid-range is a great threshold. Now the Thunder are the #1 defense in the NBA, and Shai is a big part of that. He's an elite two-way player. And if we go into the roster, they really show it. 88 perimeter, 90 steal, and 70 block. So I wanted to make sure my SGA build reflected how good of a defender he was. So tweaking the attributes slightly to hit the badge thresholds, we're going 85 perimeter, 91 steal, and 68 block. These are the perfect thresholds to get the badges we want. Silver challenger, silver on ball, silver pick dodger, gold glove, gold interceptor, and bronze high flying denier. Now it wouldn't be a Shai build if we weren't getting that craftiness inside the paint. So we're going 87 on our layup rating, which unlocks the SGA layup style, which is one of the best layup styles in all of NBA 2K25. And on top of that, we're going to be using our tier 2 badge max +1 to put our layup mixmaster to gold, which is going to give us that authentic SGA craftiness inside the paint. Now let's take a look at the final product, the complete build. I made this on a legend account, so I have 21 cap breakers, as you can see, and it's still pretty difficult to represent SGA just because he is that elite in all areas. But we got the 87 layup with the 65 drive and dunk. We got some post control because Shai does operate in that post a little bit. The 96 midi, 83 3. We got the 91 free throw because, I mean, come on, it's SGA. 85 pass. I would love it to be a bit higher, but I mean, even to get his pass style is 96 pass accuracy. We just can't afford everything. 92 ball control with the 86 speed with ball. We already touched on the 85, 91, 68 defensive splits, and then we have the 85 speed with the 80 agility, which is pretty close to what he has on the roster. I believe he has about 86 speed, so we're only 1 off there. But we're going to be taking this legend SGA MVP build to the theater, and we need a teammate, right? We're going to be teaming up with Chet. We got Joey 2K on his Chet Holmgren build, and we're going to see what we could do on the twos court in the theater. What if I told you could turn $25 into $50,000 simply by using your sports knowledge? Well, you're going to want to check out the sponsor of today's video, PrizePicks. PrizePicks is simple. First, you got to select your sport, then select the category within that sport, then select your players and decide if they're going to go more or less than the predictions in those categories. The more picks you get right, the more money you make. And with the NBA playoffs here, there's never been a better time to sign up. With promotions like Flex Friday and Taco Tuesday going on, PrizePicks is always doing something to make your experience more enjoyable. PrizePicks is available in over 30 states, and if you use my code to sign up for PrizePicks today, they will give you $50 in free play when you place your first $5 lineup. Age restrictions apply. Please play responsibly. Thank you to PrizePicks for sponsoring today's video. All right, let's get right into it, man. I haven't played theater all year, and there was some stuff I learned about the theater in these gameplays that I'm gonna let y'all know. But check it out. Chet tracking down his own miss, knocking down the three. They're running, you know, the meta midi fade, you know, run off the screen, whatever. It's gonna get real gritty in a second. Just watch. Jab step behind the back, crafty finish underneath the help defender. Real SGA like, that's what we're here to see. But he's coming off fading from three with no badge or nothing, and it made me realize the theater is on a lower difficulty than what I'm used to in the Pro-Am. And that really just allows people to shoot whatever they want. So we're definitely going to have to play some defense if we're going to have a chance in here. Because look, he's trying to just fade from anywhere. Unfortunately, he bails out of bounds. We got ourselves a 1-point lead and the ball. Snatch back. Double snatch back, pull up from three, knocking it down on the SGA legend MVP build, and they go straight into the LT off the inbounds. And as I told you, it's about to get real gritty in here. People playing this thing like there's money on the line or something. They're leaving Chet on the pop. He can't get it to go. They rip down the rebound, open three-pointer. He's gonna knock it down, and just like that, we're down 13-11. But for some reason, they just keep leaving Joey on the pop as if he's not knocking it down. Right? The center's in the paint. They're double teaming me. It's a wide open pop. We got ourselves a 1-point lead. They're leaving me wide open from three. I'm knocking it down. Just like that, we got a 4-point lead. But he's coming back. He shoots the mid-range contested, makes it anyways. 2-point ball game. I'm cooking him wide open three. Again, he's playing so low, but I miss wide open. And he's coming off fading from three again, and they're up 18-17. I told you it was going to be gritty. On the pop, Chet open. Bang, 20-18. They're trying to LT now. Like, they're fighting. I mean, I don't like it, but I gotta respect it. Clutch steal by SGA. I told you, elite two-way player, and I gotta go to game chat and let them know, don't be trying to LT, man. We gotta have more pride than that. All right, we got the LTers out the way. Now let's start to get into our SGA bag, right? Coming off the Chet screen, pull up, late contest does not matter. I don't see you. Off the crossover, going to the reverse layup. It is a thing of beauty. On the next possession, off the little crab, drawing the foul, can't get it to go, but it's SGA. We're going to the line. We're good. Easy 2 points. No free throws in the theater, unfortunately. Hit Chet on the slip. Easy dunk. And this is what I was kind of saying about the theater, right? I'm not used to playing on the game modes with the lower difficulty, right? I'm usually playing Pro-Am where it's on the highest difficulty, Proving Grounds, the highest difficulty. But in the theater, people just shoot anything. I get a very tight contest there. You know, that's the elite SGA defense. But people shoot anything in here. Game one, the dude was shooting fadeaway threes right off the, you know, right as the game started with full confidence. This dude shooting quick stop pull up white. He's making whites in the theater. Anything goes down in here, I guess. I mean, that's on me. That's on me. But back to that pull up jumper in the midi, knocking it down. We got heat check now coming off the screen. Quick stop again. Late contest. I do not see you. Now off the blow by, we go to the floater. It's a very early release and it still goes down. I don't know if that's the layup rating or the lower difficulty in the theater or what, but off the spin jumper, ankle breaker in the midi. It's SGA. Just count it. It's cash. You know what's going down. We win the game 22-12. We end up scoring 20 points that game. And look at the efficiency. It's beautiful. On to the next game, and we are getting back in that SGA midi bag to start it off with the little step back, pull up, rhythm shot. Is butter. These 6'6" builds, you know, the medium height builds with the rhythm shooting on this game, you're just so chicken. Even with lower shot ratings, like I know I have a high shot rating on this build, but even my other builds that I have lower shooting ratings, with the rhythm shooting on the medium-sized players, whether you're using Culver, T-Mac, Matt Ryan, whatever jump shot you decide to use, it is just butter. But look at the defense, bumping them up, making them go out of bounds. Even if it didn't, I still got the tight contest on the layup. It's beautiful. Into the Euro step. I mean, it's real SGA like in terms of the movements and the way that we're going up. Off the bailout, draw two defenders. Chet's wide open. He's knocking down the open three. And now the defender has to stay home on Joey. So I just got everything I want. If I want to get into the midi, if I want to get into the paint, I'm just, you know, I'm acrobating anything in the paint. I'm just having fun. I haven't really played on a high layup build this year very often. Last year I did. Last year, I'm not gonna lie, I missed the 24 layups. the scoops, the Devin Booker floaters. Layups last year were so elite. Let me know if y'all had a layup build last year. I made one just to have fun with it, but it was super effective on 24. Not as effective on 25, but as you can see, we can still get into some stuff here. I got an 87 on this one. I had a build earlier in the year with like a 90 something. You could definitely do some things, but it's just overall not as effective as last year. Last year was crazy with the layups if you really got into that layup bag. But check this out. Off the kick out, shooting from Limitless with that bronze Limitless. But the Hoff shooting badges does make the threes a lot easier on this build. You know, you got the Hoff set shot and whatnot, even though the three-pointer is only an 83. But into the Euro step, into the Mix Master. I call it Acrobat still, I'm not going to lie. But into the layup Mix Master, we got that on gold on this build. You know, we're greening all of our layups pretty much. But off the snatchback, crossover, go baseline, wrap it around our back into the layup. That's crafty. That's crafty and it's beautiful. Spin shot, bang. Really getting into that SGA bag now, right? The midi game, the layup game, three-pointers here and there, but again, off the baseline, lay me. Even if it ain't green, it's still going down anyways. We got our takeover now. Jab step, jab behind the back, snatch. He's in the paint. Oh my goodness gracious. We are out here cooking on the SGA build, but listen, I know he got eliminated by SGA in the Thunder, but if y'all want to check out an Anthony Edwards build with Hoff posterizer, elite defense, high speed, great three-point shooting, click that video on the screen right there. That's my Edwards build this year, and it's special.